all that work finding a good camera, and I forget it, and I end up out again with my phone. This is a nickel signal. Oh, that I've suddenly lost. Nickel signal turned out to be a square tab. So well, once I pinpointed this, I was going to pull out my camera and take a picture, but the pinpoint was dead on the copper penny. So I just hit it with the just about a tenth of an inch of soil on it and just rubbed it off with my pinpointer. On to the next. Okay, I got another coin signal here. Out here with the CZ3D. Once again, I love this TRX pointer because I know that if it's within reason, I'm usually going to be able to pinpoint it. From the surface, which makes there we go, a dime. There may be something else here. My pinpointers appeared to hit another signal. There's also one thing about a TRX pointer. Make sure when you use it that you have your detector far away, because at full power, if there is any interference from the detector, though I haven't noticed any, just the proximity of a metal source that large can make the pointer go off if you have it at one of its higher settings. I rarely ever run the pin pointer below a 3 unless I'm in the process of digging. I just want to check depth. Well, I found this signal on my way out and dug this hole, and it was a high signal, and I got a dime. So the CZ3D is still doing its thing, and it's been amazingly accurate on these coin targets. So I'll keep looking. All right, the first high signal is a copper penny. I'm back out at the park, working the CZ3D with the 10.5-inch coil this time. So we're going to see how it's going. All right, this time I'm pretty good to have a crusty zinc here, a couple of inches down. Okay. Second time this happened, I get a high signal and I rub the dirt with my pointer, and a coin comes out. It looks like another copper penny though. Ah, well. Okay, everyone. This is Texas Tiger Digs again, and this is a roundup of the hunts you saw earlier. Wasn't a great hunt. This is a cumulative. I believe it's a 2-part hunt. The first part was video taken from my cell because I forgot the cameras I'm going to tell you about in a little bit. And the second hunt was actually taken by one of the cameras that I'm going to show you now. In fact, the camera I'm showing you now taking a picture, I can tell you about it because I have this camera. This camera is a I think it's a version. It's identical in size and function to the other camera, but it is well, I have two of them, as you can tell. In any case, we'll talk about that in a minute. The roundup. I went back out to the Pounded Park with the CZ3D, and this time, this is the coil that I was using on the CZ3D. This was the one that I found, the coins that passed its test. But I also purchased another coil on the outside chance that it did pass its test. It was not rigged. If it hadn't passed its test, both the detector, and I probably would have had to sell the coil, put it back on eBay. In any case, this is the coil that I used today. It's a larger coil. I think this one is maybe 6 inches, 6 to 7 inches, and this larger one here is 10.5 inches. So it's a considerable size change. So I got a little bit more coverage, and I probably would have collected quite a few more coins, but there were kids out there playing baseball. There's a baseball diamond in a part of the park, and the park is not huge, so it cut off a good portion of my detecting area. And that's a thing I'm probably going to cover later, about how the warm summer months changes a detectorist's life. Because when it was a little chilly outside, which was not that uncomfortable to me. Of course, I had the park all to myself. I could hunt at my leisure. Now that the weather is going to be nice, and in Texas, the difference between nice and hot is just a few degrees. So it's going to be hot, and there's going to be a lot of people out there, and it's going to change the way I detect, and I'll discuss that later. Anyway, well, when I got this coil, another thing you'll see is I did not get a coil cover. So I used a little masking tape and taped up the bottom. It's not pretty, but it'll protect the surface. And I should be getting a coil cover in a week or so, a few days. Until then, I'm just going to keep it taped up, and so I don't scratch it up too much. It's already getting a little cruddy from being outside, but at least I'm not scratching up the bottom of my coil. So, hope I'm not scratching up the side either. I'm going to have to do a better taping job along the sides as well. All right, but okay, that's basically what I found. 6 coins, and the one thing I found that was sort of heart stopping was this heart. And I thought for a second, oh boy, this could be gold. Now, I found out very quickly it wasn't gold, and I'm going to show you something that's going to save you a little embarrassment and destroy a lot of joy and hope. That is rare earth magnets. I actually purchased these magnets before I even started metal detecting. So why? I'm a geek. They were magnets, that's why. Anyway, but I found that they have a great use, and one of those great uses is determining whether or not the metal you're detecting contains iron. And if you notice, it is moving it. So I'm not exactly sure it's a composite of some kind, but it's not a precious metal. It's not gold. And the reason I thought it might be gold is it rang up as a foil signal, and you know that foil signals on a small piece like that can often indicate gold. But my rare earth magnets quickly brought a halt to that dream. Anyway, so this is what I got. I got a few square tabs, and I did find out something else about the CZ3D. These square tabs were nickel signals, and I bought this because I said I don't want to get too many tabs when I'm nickels, or tabs when I think it's nickels, and vice versa. And some of these were actually tab signals because I was digging tabs. Earlier I was digging foil, because that's how I came up with this, because I'm still looking for gold, and gold could be darn near anything. Anyway, but some of these came up as nickels, and I found out they came up as nickels, but they were probably a different composition tab, and they were not giving me the signal I should have been looking for, which means a repeatable signal in each swing of the coil. So I was sort of saying, well, that sounds pretty good. Let me take a look at that. And virtually always it was junk. Every time, there may have been an exception, I'm sure there always is, that I used it with coins and I got a repeatable signal, it turned out to be a coin. Now, like I said, I'm sure it wasn't 100%, maybe 90, maybe 80%. You know, you think different things when you're in the field, and in reality sometimes doesn't quite match your perceptions. In any case, that's it. So just these 3 coins. The CZ worked good. I learned some new things about how to interpret these signals, whether they're broken or full, etc. Now, another thing I promised, and I'm just going to throw this in. I saw Delaware Digger show his camera setup. Now, his camera setup is great, and mine is what I can afford. I have 2 of these ion camera. They're called ion cameras. I won't discuss what this little cover seems like to me, but in any case, let me take the cover off so you can actually see it. I use this as a little extra protection in case I drop it. A little silicone cover. And anyway, I have this is the Air Pro, and I think I have the Air Pro 2 or Air Pro 2, I believe, that you're looking at this video on. So they're very similar. They're exactly the same, dimensions, etc. I bought a dual cover pack, for example. This one's white, and the other one on the other one is blue. And they're great. And what's really great about them is this: you can actually monitor and control them from your phone. So it doesn't actually show the video as it progresses, because believe it or not, Bluetooth is a very slow broadcast protocol, so you're not going to get fluid results from using Bluetooth and processing video. But what it does give me is it gives me control of my camera, this camera, not this one. What it does, it creates its own Wi-Fi. It creates its own Wi-Fi thing called Wi-Fi pods, and you connect to it. You put in the code that's included in the instructions as the password to the Wi-Fi of your camera, an independent Wi-Fi. And from that point on, you can control the camera to a degree from your phone. You see, it shows a still picture. Like I said, Bluetooth, it doesn't really refresh that well, but I do have control, and I can't stop this camera. And so I like these cameras. I like the fact that they're compact. I can stick them in my pocket. I have a couple of small tripods here. This is more of a traditional tripod, and it gets a little top heavy with that shape. But this is a bendable tripod, so I can actually grab this, pull it up, screw this on. Voila, and bingo. I can do a close-up view of a dig. So that's about what I'm going to be using these for. Like I said, I don't have all the whiz bang deals. I also have this back here. I have a little head harness where I can actually attach this to my head, and I can actually have it as a POV camera. I will look like a geek and a complete idiot, but it will work. So looking like an idiot's never bothered me before, so I'm sure I'll be using it in the future. And this is a little coffee can container. One of them comes in a larger one, and one comes in a smaller. One of them doesn't have all of the bells and whistles the other has. So those are my cameras. So that's a very, very quick overview. Like I said, I don't have a big maxed out setup, but it works for me. And I think from what you've seen and what I've seen, the quality of my videos have improved. In fact, they've improved so much that I'm trying to render my edited film in full HD, and it takes forever. But I do like the results. So, in any case, this is Texas Tiger Digs. You're going to see me back out with the CZ3D. You're going to see me back out with the XP Deus. All of that's going to be coming up in the future. And I'm sure this weekend I'll get a chance to do an extended hunt somewhere. So these half-hour or 45-minute hunts to bring up just a handful of coins will be a longer hunt. I won't guarantee there'll be any more coins or any more finds, but I'm going to make the give it the good old college try. And I'll put this lost hope in my interesting but useless box in my bling corner. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to take my little phone and I'm going to say this is Tiger Diggs, and I will see you at the next hunt. And I'm going to stop the camera